Okay, so hi guys, it's Grace, and I just felt inspired to do this reading. I've been preparing for this so much that I think I'm just procrastinating about it. But I channeled some messages with the papers here. I've written them, and I've included some career advice on. My goal here is to show you your full potential, or what you can, or who you're supposed to be is for you to decide. But if that resonates with what you feel already on the inside, or this reading just will help you to clear out some confusion that you have within you, because I know that you already know what you're supposed to be doing, but there might just be fears and blockages that are getting in the way. So if that's you, if that's the case, then this spread is for you. And yeah, it's a different setting right now because I'm in my dad's place. I'm just visiting him. But yeah. So, this will be card number 1, the fries. The stickers are from my cousins again. Card number 2 is the burger. And card number 3 is the drink. Okay, so choose which one you're most drawn to, which pile you're most drawn to, and I'll get on to your reading. Okay, so if you're drawn to the fries, or if you just like fries, whatever the reason may be, this is your reading. Should you stay in your job or should you quit? So you might be at a crossroads right now about it, or maybe you're just wondering whether the career that you're currently in right now is what you're supposed to be doing. Okay, so let's read this one. Excuse my handwriting. I don't know where I got this quote. I think it was inspired by a quote. So there will always be people that will be prettier, stronger and smarter than you, but you have a certain uniqueness that only you can offer to the world. Stop trying to compete and compare yourselves to others. You don't have to be the best to teach others. So this is what I always say to people. If you feel like you're meant to guide people, you're meant to be a leader of some sort, even an entrepreneur, I just feel like this deck, this pile is the intuitive pile for me. So for me, as I'm doing this, because I resonate with this, and I really connect with this as an intuitive, as I consider myself as an intuitive, I had my doubts. Okay, I thought I have to be the best. Obviously, I strive to be better and to be better and on what I do. Yeah, but that's not the message here. The message is like, you should start now. You should start guiding people. People tell me, like I tell them that there are other readers or other that I consider as better than me, based on their experience and their expertise. But people tell me that they connect to who I am as a person, and they choose to view my channel because they connect to me. And it doesn't matter so much if I'm the best or not. So as what I'm trying to say, tell you is that you'll be able to connect with the people that who you meant to connect to. Okay, so it doesn't matter whether you're the best until for right now. I know you will strive to be the best. So what else I'm trying to say here? I always say that, for example, you wanted, I always use this as an example. For example, you want to teach maths. You don't have to study all the levels of maths. Whatever your capabilities right now with maths, you can always teach like like primary, if you've already studied up until, I don't know, like you don't have to know all of the maths to be able to, like, to be the best at it, to be able to teach others, because you can always teach people that have I'm trying to say you can always teach people that are, people can always learn from you based on what you know. Okay, you don't have to know everything. Okay, so I don't know if that's the best example, but I always tell that. So I'll start with these tarot cards here, where you currently are at right now in your spiritual state, physical, this is emotional, and mental. Okay. Yeah. I was just looking at this, peeking into the cards. Anyway, yeah. This, where you are mentally, what you're currently thinking mentally at right now is the Three of Pentacles. Forming bonds and partnership with people. Okay, so if this resonates, then that means the reading is for you, obviously. So where your current energy right now in your mental state is to be able to work in partnership with people, or probably where you're currently at right now is forming bonds and like networking. Okay, this is what I'm getting with this. Emotionally though, I see that you have a fear of trusting people, or you've been deceived before, or you might be feeling like you in this kind of world where you're in, you need to kind of put a mask or deceive people in a way to be for them to like you, for other people to have a partnership with you. Because I see this as like a business partnership, or like working together with someone. I feel like whatever it is that you're trying to achieve, you feel like you should be able to have that skills, like in whatever job that may be. I feel like for most jobs, really, teamwork is very important. So this could just be like teamwork, like you have to maybe, for example, these are clients, partnership with clients, be in partnership with people, with clients to trust you, but at the same time, and you also want to find people to trust, that you could trust, but you emotionally, you might have had experiences that whether people were deceived or manipulated you. So I got the Seven of Swords here, fear of trusting. I always see these cards are similar in a way, like there are stars here and there are stars. So spiritually, this is a spiritually card. There's still this hope within you. You still haven't lose hope. So I feel like you should just connect with this child here, this inner child here within you that hasn't lose hope in people. Okay, even though emotionally you have a fear of like connecting with people, maybe it's not, this didn't happen within a job. For some, maybe it is, but for some, maybe someone betrayed you. Maybe it's a connection that you have with someone and someone betrayed you, and you feel like people will do that to you. So I feel like that's just where you're at right now. And we have here the World in reverse. I feel like where you're currently at right now, they don't really see your beauty. So the people around you, I don't feel like they're very supportive of you, or they don't really believe in what you have. Yeah. Or I feel like, for example, for some of you, you might want to create be a YouTube creator, Instagram, YouTube, social media platform. But then people are like, you're not gonna make it. Like, they don't believe in you that you're gonna make it. Like, maybe if you tell that to the people around you, they're gonna tell you that, like, they're gonna laugh at you for having that thoughts. But it's because they just don't see the real you. They're not seeing the real you. Probably partly because you don't want to you're not fully authentic to who you are at the moment. You're not showing who you are at the moment. Or it could just be that they're only projecting to you their fears. Okay, so it's only projections of people around you. Like, it's themselves, that they don't really believe in themselves, so they don't want other people to have this hope. And for some of them, I feel like they feel you will, what's the term? You'll be better than them. Like, they don't want for you to be better than them, for you to connect to who you are, because they know they're threatened by you. I'm also getting they're threatened by you because they probably see that you have this potential, but based on what they're telling you, they don't want you to realize that. That's why they're telling you you're not gonna make it. So where you're supposed to be. Okay, where you're supposed to be. I feel like you need to connect with your heart, especially with the two emotions. Cups card here. And your intuition. To be able for you to be better, you don't need to necessarily try to get revenge and hurt people. Maybe that's only a message for someone. All of this doesn't have to resonate. Just see how this applies to your situation. But what I'm seeing here, so emotionally, you don't need to be in betweens anymore. You don't need to be dissatisfied anymore. Ending that cycle of you being dissatisfied, and for you to be able to have emotional stability. Emotional stability is for you to be able to have emotional stability is connected for you to can't speak. It's connected to, if you have emotional stability, you will have a clear mind. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay. I feel like there is also refusing help from people or refusing help from divine. But for the most part, I feel like, yeah, you don't have to refuse help from other people or refuse help from divine and be suspicious about everyone around you. I know that's what has been taught with like how business are. But I'm also getting here for some of you. You don't always have to be in between anymore. That you can commit to something. Because I always see this card as someone that you stepped like you're one step forward on your dream, but also one step backward. Like you're in between, one step forward, one step backward. What I'm trying to say, like you're almost there. You've already stepped on your dream, but like your other feet is already is in your comfort zone. That's what I'm trying to say. It's still on your comfort zone. And with your emotions here, this is releasing confusion with your emotions. This is clearing the illusions. Be authentic to who you are and be true to who you are, and you will attract the people that are true to you. And in that way, you won't be able to have a fear of trusting other people. Because when you're true to who you are, it's like, it's like your water, okay, or a mirror. You will reflect if you're clear water and you're authentic, and when you're authentic and you're honest, you're clear water. You will be able to reflect people back to you. You will be able to see through people. Like if you're authentic and you're honest, you'll be able to see through people, and you will know who to trust and who not to trust, and you won't have this like confusion anymore. So yeah, being authentic is important here also. Not concealing yourself, especially with this here. So physical, this is the other people's influences. So when it comes to other people and their influences towards you, the outer world that we're not in control of, you should always trust your intuition, okay? Don't listen so much to what other people are saying to you. You should trust yourself and what you feel, okay? As I said, if that person feels like you cannot trust them, then don't. Okay, if there's something feels off, trust that. And with this one, spiritually, I feel like when you are progressing spiritually, you need to be more gentle towards yourself, and also gentle towards other people. Don't be impulsive, but this is communicating clearly, but also not being too harsh. That you be able to communicate yourself spiritually clearly to others. Maybe you're meant to communicate this hope towards others. Maybe these people that are telling you that you cannot be someone, that you cannot really achieve your dreams. Maybe you meant to trigger them and meant to show them that they should have hope. Okay, so I feel like it's no use trying to get revenge and like trying to fight off these people. So that's what I'm getting here spiritually. Maybe because I feel like it's an intuitive group. For some of you might be like psychics, intuitive, whatever. Maybe you read tarot too. For some of you, maybe you're meant to teach people spiritually. That's what I'm getting. So what's the advice for you? Wishing well in reverse. Wishing well in reverse. is as I said, don't lose hope. Desire is a sacred impulse for life. Feel it, but let go of all attachment to ownership. So, this is not the time to force anything to happen in your life, especially whatever seems to be eluding you. You can't demand that the universe provide you with what you want. Unmet desires can burst into a destructive fire of obsession. Step back, breathe, and take your attention away from what you want. Ask instead for what you need. Sometimes what we want is not what we need, so only the unseen knows how to align desire, inspiration, and its manifest form. As the coin disappears into the mystery of the dark pool at the bottom of the well, have faith. Don't engage in wishful thinking. You must co-create with spirit, not make demands. Maybe this is what this card is. Co-creating with spirit, partnership with spirit, as well as a partnership with others. So you may yet get what you want. Never forget that life is filled with choices. Make a wish, but be open to the enchanted way in which spirit fulfills your desire. So you might be too attached to your desires, too obsessed, too attached to your desires that you feel like you must get it now, whenever you know, like your timing, your own timing. But you should trust with the timing in the universe, with the universe. And I'm also getting here that is that you should ask yourself, is that what you truly desire? If you know in yourself that that's what you truly desire, you should be open. So for some of you, you need to reflect on that. And for some of you, you know in yourself that that's what you truly desire. It might not come to you in the way you expect it to be. Okay? But you need to surrender more and co-create with the universe with that. I don't doubt that you're hardworking and stuff, but so what you need to heal is connection. Love, interconnection, support. As I said, learning to be able to seek support and have this community with other people. These connections, these networks of people will help you achieve what you desire and succeed in your endeavor, in your career. So it's important to have this true connection, real connection with others, as I was trying to say here. And that comes with the trusting people and all that, and trusting yourself. What else is the advice for you? If it's dark and you can't see a freaking thing, get out of your head, get your head out of your pronto. So I just don't want to read those, but as you probably know, this rebel card already has this swearing here, but yeah, basically it's just saying that get out of your head. You're so much in your head about this. Okay? The suspicions, the obsessions are consuming you. It's dark. And you can... It might be dark right now, or you feel like you're in darkness right now, at this point in your life, and you don't know what to do. In times of darkness, that's when we really, I feel like you're just being called to trust. That's when we really learn to trust, because we don't see anything. And the second interpretation of this, I'm also getting that you don't need to hide yourself anymore. For some of you, you might feel like you need to hide yourself from maybe your family or your friends, because you feel like people won't accept you because People will think you're like woo-woo because you have all these gifts and you're very intuitive. You don't need to hide anymore. And as I said, with the surrender, your addictions here, the surrender your obsessions, okay? You have a tendency to obsess over your dreams. I mean, in a way, it helps you to achieve what you desire, but sometimes you are on the verge of being addicted to that, being so obsessed to that. Okay? So whether you're addicted to substances, food, people, sex, or overworking, take action to begin to heal the addiction and replace it with healthier alternatives. For some of you, as I said, you work hard. Maybe it's just the overworking bit. So what's your true potential? See, this is the card. She feels, she knows, for you to be able to achieve the stability in your life. Trust your gut feelings. Okay? That's your like your power. That's your gift here. As I said, you're intuitive, so she feels, she knows. You know already. And you already feel. And you should trust yourself. Okay? You might have been beaten up because, and you've struggled, you probably because you did not trust your intuition before, or your gut feelings before. But now you know, and now you should trust yourself. Okay? That's really the main message that I'm getting here. So yeah, powerful. You're very, very powerful intuitives. These people that pick card number 1. So that's your reading. I hope this inspired you. Let me know what kind of readings you want to see next. If you want to book a reading, you can always email me. It's in the description box. And yeah, let me know what you think about this reading in the comments down below. Sending you love and light. Okay, so if you're still here, I think I caught the reading. I didn't really answer the question, should you quit or stay in your job? As I said, I already trying to. So we're here at the last part. She feels, she knows. You're very intuitive already as a person. So you know. You probably already have an idea whether you should quit or stay in your job. So you should listen to yourself. But based on what I'm seeing here, on what I've written, for most of you, if you're not, you feel you're not where you're currently at right now, being intuitive, or you're not able to do that in your career, I feel like you should change careers for most of you. Okay? I feel like you need to overcome this fear of like not being the best, and for you to be able to I feel like you need to slowly transition into becoming this mentor. Okay, there's this feeling of you have to be not really have to be, but yeah, you meant to be this mentor or a guide for other people. So that's I just remembered I forgot to answer that for you, but you probably already know anyway. So love and light for people who pick card number 1 or this fries or chips. Okay, so what I get here for people, even before I reveal the cards, for people who pick card number 2 or this burger here, you should follow your passion. And for some of you, you might already be following your passion, but I feel like for some of you, there is so much focus on getting money, so much focus on, obviously that's part of the goal here, for you to be able to support yourself financially, that. But I just feel like it takes away the genuinity of what you do. And for me personally, I do that too sometimes. Sometimes I focus so much on, like, am I gonna make it? Am I gonna make my cut this month? And when I'm so much in that fear thinking of like unlock mentality that I'm not gonna have enough, I lose focus on what I do. Like my readings, I feel like the kind of readings that I do are less genuine and less inspired. I mean, it would still resonate with some people. I'm just feeling like I'm not functioning at my best. Okay? Yeah. And if I do that, I might be just doing readings that will please other people. That I know will get more that get more clicks, rather than what I know is my passion and my purpose, and what I feel inspired to read about. So yeah, try to balance that. I'm not saying you should discard all those things. I mean, for me at least, I try to balance that. I know what kind of readings that gets the most clicks, but at the same time try to balance it with what I love to read. Okay, what kinds of topics I love to read, and this is one of those. Okay, so career advice. I know I don't do enough of this in my channel, and people are telling me to do more of it. So here it is. So should you quit or stay in your job? Okay, so let's reveal what this burger is about. Oh, this is the quote that was inspired by Hemi's reading from Bohemian Ocean Hearts Tarot. So shout out to her. Okay, I really love her readings. There can be quite deep and very triggering. So if you like those kinds of readings, you should really benefit with that. Okay, so yeah, I like her readings on her channel. So yeah, I'll link it down below where I got this particular message or quote. It's something to do with like keeping it cute. For some of you, if you know that video, you probably already know what this message is, but I'll link it down below. So it's saying here, you keep it cute by staying in your own lane. Just because other people are doing it doesn't mean you have to do it too. You don't have to hate your job just because other hates it. So that's my interpretation of it. Okay. Hopefully it resonate with some of you. Okay. It's like, what I'm getting here, it's like Muhammad Ali trying to sing and Michael Jackson trying to box. So yeah, as I was trying to say, it's like you meant to be doing stay in your own lane. You know your talents, you know who you are as a person, you know what you're good at. I mean, if you're not, you meant to discover that. So don't try to be maybe for some of you, you're doing it to impress or being a people pleaser, but I feel like you're trying to do everything, you're trying to be good at everything and not focusing in your own lane, in your own talents, on where you're truly good at. I'm not saying you shouldn't learn other things. I'm just saying it might be too much for you. You know who you are as a person. It's like, imagine it would be a disaster if Muhammad Ali tried to sing and Michael Jackson tried to box. Like, it's really not their thing. Okay, so for most of you, I'll just say this because I might forget it again, like I did with the first with the people who pick card number 1. If you should you stay or should you quit in this job, I'm getting here 75% of these people that will view this reading should stay at the job where they're currently in the career that they have right now, that you have right now. Okay, 75% should stay. There's still this 25% that go, but there's a higher percentage of people that should stay, because I feel like you might just be getting discouraged by other people, like other people hating their job, and you feel like you have to share the same sentiments, like you have to hate your job just because other people hate it, but maybe it's what you're really, really good at. Okay, for some of you, there might be some maybe someday you might transition. Not saying you'll stay and you'll be stuck with your career forever, but I feel like where you're currently at right now, what career you have, there's a reason why you're there. Okay, and there's still a purpose that you meant to express. Yeah, is that the term? Yeah. There's still a purpose why you're there, where you are at the moment right now. So let's see. Spiritually, physically, okay, emotionally, mentally. Hopefully you're seeing all that the cards. But yeah. Okay. This is where you're currently at right now. And now this is where you should be. Okay? I'm getting I should switch this. Like this is the mental card I'm getting. This is the emotional. Okay. I'm just being told I should switch that. Anyway, because I'm getting where you currently are at mentally is you might be overthinking things, you're anxious about where you're currently at right now, and like you always think of like the worst case scenario, the worst case that may happen. Maybe you're thinking about your stability or safety with your current career right now. Am I doing the right thing? For some of you, maybe maybe you have your own business and you're probably thinking, have I decided to do this way? Because I'm sensing for some of you, you're not doing it in a traditional way or a 9-to-5 job. So now you're thinking about your business and you're thinking, have I made the right move of not getting what people call the stable job? The people call this 9-to-5 job stable and all that, but I don't think any job anyway is stable. I don't think any job is stable. That's what those people like to think, or that's what they tell themselves. They like to tell themselves to be able to continue working 9-to-5. For some of them, or for some of you, you like that. Okay, so for some of you, maybe you don't. Okay, and you want to be more free. So I'm getting here where you should be is the Page of Swords. To learn more and to be a student in life. okay, and your experiences. I feel like with this, you should educate yourself more, or through your experiences. Developing your craft. Okay, don't stop learning. That's the key. And in terms of emotions, I don't see that you really do connect with the people where you're currently at right now. Maybe that's the case. Yeah, because I see here with the Five of Wands, there are some conflicts with the people around you, because these are the physical or the external influences. Your environment. Yeah, this is the environment card, the physical. So as these people are like on top of the tree, I don't feel like you're very grounded at the moment. I feel like you need to come back to the roots. But I'm seeing here with the Two of Cups in reverse. You probably don't connect with the people around you. And you might even think they're quite toxic. That's what I'm getting. But you should focus where you should be at. You should focus on working hard, working for yourself. As this might be what staying in your own lane is about. Continue on working hard anyway, even other people disagree with you. If people are toxic, you don't have to be like them. But at the same time, if I feel like, yeah, they shouldn't have any effect on you. And maybe you need to reflect on yourself. Why do you keep attracting, this kind of people in your life? It doesn't mean that you're them, like you're toxic too. Could be, in a way. But it is thinking, why are you allowing this kind of connections in your life? What lesson you must learn? Okay, maybe it's about setting your boundaries, setting your standards when it comes to friendship and who you connect with. Okay, because for some of you, maybe you cannot really choose the people that you are working with at the moment, your co-workers. So yeah, or maybe you can, and maybe you need to affirm that. So with the external influences, the environment, see, there might be conflicts here, or there might be other people just telling you what to do. They keep talking and talking and talking, and they have different opinions, and I feel like tormenting you in your mind. You don't really know whether it makes you doubt whether you've chosen the right thing. Okay, there needs to be, so what you should do is there needs to be a balance, temperance here. You already have the wisdom that you're seeking within you, and have faith, and I feel like you should trust with the guidance from the divine. Stay grounded, but at the same time, connect with how you feel, like how this angel here is still stepping on the rock, but still connected to emotions. So grounded, but is connected to your emotions. And I feel like you just need to let it go. Okay, you don't need to save these people. These people don't need saving. You should stay on your own lane, focus on yourself. And with the Six of Pentacles here in reverse, where you're currently at spiritually, you're giving and giving and giving, and there's an imbalance in the giving and receiving. You're probably giving to the people that are not really deserving of your help. You know they need help, but not all people want the help, okay, or deserve the help, or they might be overly reliant to your help that they don't help themselves anymore. Maybe that's what they need to learn. They need to learn to help themselves, okay? And where you should be at is the Two of Wands, okay? So being in a equal partnership with another person, okay? Both equally supportive and in building this future. Like I feel like these two people share trying to build the world together, like trying to build their future, but at the same time in an equal partnership. That makes sense. In making these decisions, the changes, very cooperative with each other. That's what I'm getting. So try desert. Yeah, it's perfect for this, because this is the card where it's saying that it might look like a dry desert right now, but there's still something that you're not seeing. Like there's still water within these deserts. Okay, so I'm gonna read that from the book. Dig deep for inspiration and truth. Now is the time to become resilient and adaptable with your current situation and environment. Is your life presenting you with opportunities that seem to yield nothing? Have your ideas dried up? Does it feel like you're on an endless journey through a dry, hot, lifeless desert? This card reminds you that there are times when you're meant to become resilient as you journey through harsher circumstances. Yeah, it might be really harsh right now where you currently are at right now. But I feel like, you need to, it's teaching you to become resilient and adaptable to your situations. You're being required to conserve your energy until after consistent effort you reach the oasis you're searching for. Consider the creatures that live in these conditions. They have adapted to thrive in spite of the outer environment. Yes, thriving, focusing on your craft anyway. In a desert, water, essential for life, can be found deep underground. So go deep within yourself now. Find your truth there. Let spirit sustain you while you locate the real source. Whatever it is you're asking about will not be found in the conditions you're in until you move past the surface of things and choose to do the real work and discover the answers deep within you. Okay, this may not seem like the most productive time, but looks are deceiving. This is a most important place to find what's truly right for you. Okay, so where you currently are at right now, you're gonna find inspiration, and I feel like if it's not where you're really like your destination yet at the moment, I feel that wherever you are right now, whatever career, it will put you in the right direction. Maybe you're meant to learn, this is a preparation only, maybe you meant to learn skills through your current career right now. You meant to learn certain skills. Maybe you're learning to be adaptable, to be resilient, so that you could use that hopefully to the career of you feel like where you're supposed to be, if that makes sense. So yeah, that's what I'm getting here. Yeah, in a way, I kind of feel like you're in a survival mode right now, especially with the money card here in reverse. So that's what I'm trying to say. With the maybe you're not seeing, looks are deceiving. On the surface, you might not be seeing there might be opportunities or where you're currently at right now, and you feel like you're more focused on working with money, not for passion or for joy. Okay, but at the same time here, I'm getting there's an imbalance within the money and the giving and receiving. That's why there's a blockage here. This needs to flow. Okay, And it's saying here U equals tight. And yeah, so loosen the freak up. Control freaks don't get laid. So release the control issue. Maybe, I don't know, if you're being, I mean, we meant to save money in anyway, but maybe there's so much control on that. You know how people say when you're so stingy or something like that, you don't attract more money in your life because your fists are closed like that. So I feel like you need to loosen up more. So if you're open like that, you're open to the flow of receiving also. So surrender to complete healing. There's still some things that you need to heal within yourself. Open fully to the loving, compassionate forces of the universe that support your physical, emotional, and spiritual healing. Once you're fully healed, I feel like this abundance will naturally flow towards you. Obviously, you need to loosen up more. Maybe there's a control issue here. Maybe this lack mentality you need to heal. Yeah. So what's your true potential? Seeing the true you. As I said, the people around you. Yeah. Might be projecting to you or being the mirrors for the things that you need to heal within yourself. So for example, if people say something to you or treat you a certain way, if you start to feel defensive about it, you ask yourself, why am I triggered by this? Why do I feel defensive about this? What do I need to heal? Okay, so that's, I feel like, what you're meant to do. Your true potential, you should start believing in yourself that you are limitless. I feel like for right now you're limiting yourself for what you're truly capable of, and you're capable of more. I feel like that's the message here. You discovering, this is your soul, where you're currently at in your soul's journey right now is discovering yourself, or for some of you, rediscovering yourself. Okay, with the seeing the true you. Yeah, maybe you feel like you've lost yourself, your identity, who you truly are, but at the same time, don't settle. You will get to where you're supposed to be. Don't be patient at the same time. Yeah. So that's your message. I hope this resonated. Let me know how it did in the comments down below. Let me know what kinds of reading you want to see next, and if you want a personal reading, my email is in the description box. So I'm sending you love and light, and bye. So, for people who pick card number 3, or this drink, thanks to my cousin again for this. Okay. So, I'll read this message that I channeled. Oh yeah, this was when, I don't know if I was so bored, but I was just watching a certain this TED video. If you know Taz from Click for Taz, she had this TED video about trying to connect with your passion or discovering yourself, or are you truly happy where you're currently at, something like that. So this was from her, from that video. What's there to lose when you have nothing? Nothing? Okay, so with that, for some of you, you probably hit the rock bottom already. And maybe for some of you, you already experienced having nothing physically. Okay, like you literally, that's what I'm trying to say, literally you have experienced having nothing. So whether it's literally or not, this feeling of nothingness, this is what I feel this is about. Like when you have nothing, when you feel like you have nothing and you are nothing, what's there to lose? So this is just pushing you for if you're already in the rock bottom, you cannot sink any further. You cannot sink down any further. The only way is up. Okay, like you've been through the worst, so you cannot nothing can phase you anymore. You've been through the worst, so you just this should inspire you to just do it. Yeah, for some of you I'm hearing like you feel like you've already been through the worst. Because I was watching this Korean drama. You know how dramatic they are, but I'm quite obsessed with it at the moment. So it's like a character saying, I'm already dead, I cannot die anymore. So they just do whatever it takes for them. Like they're not protecting anything anymore because they've lost everything. yeah, that's what I'm getting here. Nothing actually belongs to you. Life is temporary. This is inspired by the article that I've read. Nothing actually belongs to you. Maybe if you type this word, you find that article. I don't know if I'll remember to link that down below. But it's saying nothing actually belongs to you. For some of you, you might be so caught up with possessions, with possessing things, that you define your worth based on how much you have or based on what you are. Like being too caught up with being somebody, being a somebody. Okay? But it's saying that the message with this, nothing actually belongs to you. You might say your car is yours, your this life in this house is yours, like you have things and all that. But even your body, it doesn't belong to you. Life is temporary. This body is only temporary. You can use it temporarily and it dies. What doesn't die is the soul. So you feel like you have control over things and in your body and it belongs to you, but it doesn't really. This life is temporary. This life doesn't belong to you. So I feel like for some of you, you need to surrender to that nothingness. Being a nobody. It's that, like the message here is nobody is better than being somebody. Yeah, because for some of you, I feel like you might be too caught up with the titles or being a somebody. Like that's your motivation to be a somebody. I mean, that's not too bad, but you shouldn't obsess over it so much. It's hard to keep up being a somebody. Like trying to create this image of yourself so that it pleases other people. Maybe for some of you, for different people, you have these different images of yourself to appease everyone. But yeah, this being somebody, I feel like you need to read that article to understand this more, if I haven't explained it to you very well. So yeah, hitting rock bottom, starting from zero. Are you living the life that you want to live? So that's also the question for you. Are you living the life that you want to live? So should you stay or should you go? I feel like the 90% of the people that's watching this should go. Okay? You got nothing to lose now. Okay? I mean, if that doesn't resonate, then this reading is not for you. That hitting the rock bottom. But that's what I'm getting here. Wow. Yeah. Especially where you currently are at mentally. You're thinking about the pain. Okay? The pain that you've been through. Use that pain. I always say that pain, turn that pain into gold. Okay? Turn that pain into gold. You don't have to endure anymore. Okay? You should use that as an inspiration. Emotionally, I feel like you're blocked with your creativity. Okay? Or there might be delays for you starting to have this new beginning. But you want to do it. And the Empress. You are the Empress. But you may probably have given away so much of your power to other people. Okay? You probably didn't set boundaries with other people. And overly nurturing to others. Spiritually, you're probably not doing enough spiritual work at the moment to evolve spiritually. You're probably so focused so much on working and working and working and working. Focus so much on the material rather than the spiritual. The World in reverse. 7 of Pentacles. The Empress in reverse again. And the Hierophant. The Hierophant. So, let's see. So, what's the advice for you? I'm hearing release the commitments that you have made. Or I'm also getting like in your mental state, in your mind, what you need to do is to, like, it feels like you've encountered a tower moment already in your life. So this is breaking down of the beliefs that you have. Okay, breaking down the beliefs that you have. You probably have this hard, long-held beliefs from childhood about certain things, but for whatever experiences that you have right now, I feel like it's expanding your mind and your awareness. What you used to believe as your truth is not your truth anymore, if that makes sense. Like, your beliefs does not work anymore, and you should release those beliefs. Okay, it might have worked for you early on, but because of what you've experienced, this is like opening up your mind. That's what I'm getting. So for the emotional, what will help you emotionally is surrender to the Empress energy. Or of being empowered, empowering yourself. Okay? I'm also getting, for some of you, if you're so much into the feminine, the Empress of being passive, okay, being passive, letting things happen to you rather than making things happen. You need to surrender to making things happen. So that's more in the masculine energy. That's probably why the Empress is in reverse. But as I said, balance the Empress, the feminine and the masculine within yourself, which is, don't empowering yourself and don't give away your power. Okay. With the 7 of Pentacles here, what you should be doing with the environment that you're in. This is external influences, the physical state. Your investments are growing. That's the message for you. You've invested so much and it's growing. And I feel like it's harvesting time, actually. But you might not be able to harvest everything that you've invested right now, but slowly you'll be able to harvest all the fruits of your labor. So keep going. Okay? You deserve it, because you deserve it. Yeah. There's this feeling of like not feeling deserving, or other people makes you feel like you're not deserving. So, spiritually, the World card in reverse. I'm getting here, you should believe in yourself more. Get out of your bubble. You probably have this like protective bubble around you because you don't want to get hurt anymore. But that would not solve anything. That will not change anything. Okay? It's like it's not yet the end of everything. It's not yet the end of your life until you say that it is. That's what I'm getting. Until you say that it is, it's not yet the end of everything. Okay? So that might be a specific message for some. So, the message for you is deep freeze and rescue in reverse. So I'm going to read those. There's also this message I'm getting for some of you, for a specific person. Maybe it will not resonate with everyone. There's an over reliance with the universe and the divine. That's why this happened. Like, that's why there's this thinking of like overly reliance on fate. I mean, I'm not saying don't lose faith and stuff, but you should do something about yourself and about where you should co-create with the universe. Okay, but for some of you, letting things happen to you than making things happen. That's what I'm getting. Oh yeah, like there's this thinking of like, if it's meant to happen to me, it will happen, it will come to me. But you have to do something about it. And then if you feel like you have done everything that you can do, that's when you surrender to the divine. Okay, so you're always safe and secure and free to be yourself. So with the rescue card in reverse, are you trying to rescue another? Do you believe your love can change someone and miraculously heal this person? Or are you waiting to be rescued? Do you believe that someone will sweep you off your feet and take away all of your troubles? So that's what I'm trying to say here. Reverse, the rescue card cautions you against romanticizing your situation right now. Look closely and see reality as it is, rather than the illusion of how you'd like it to be. You need to step back and rescue yourself. Trust that spirit will guide you to expose the illusion so that you may discern the difference between truth and fantasy. So for some of you, you have created this fantasy within yourself, or you're probably overly, I don't doubt that, trying to save another person with the Empress here in reverse. So with the deep freeze, what is this about? Everything has its season. Now is the time to put activity on hold while you rest. So, the cold winter beckons you to slow down and put a freeze on things that are not yet ready to bloom. It's time for regeneration and hibernation. Forgo ambitious activity. A pregnant pause allows ideas to gestate, projects to shift and change, and relationships to go through a dreamy state of being. Not going anywhere, not needing to. This is also a time to put all your arguments on ice. Nothing beneficial will come from any of them. Self-care is the most important activity now. So reflect, read a good book, or get a massage. Rest and dream. So that's your message for right now. I mean, I'm saying you should do something about where you currently are at right about your situation. But for some of you might not be seeing results right now, as I'm seeing with the Seven of Pentacles here, because you might still need to heal this pain. It's maybe the reason why you're not seeing that much change right now. As much as you need to change or make things happen, you need to, this is a pause. This is a time for reflection, and this is a time for self-care. So yeah, balancing that self-care and about the making things happen. Okay, maybe if this just did not resonate with you, maybe this is the message for you. I'm also getting that. Like, you should listen more to this message than this message here. Okay, maybe there's two different people, set of people. Okay, because in a way it kind of contradicts each other. So listen to what resonates with you. Responsibility, but I'm getting here, either way, this is about taking responsibility for yourself and your life. Okay, you're like this. You're probably not ready to blossom yet, but you're currently a seedling right now. So take extra care of yourself, because you're starting to grow. Okay, empowering yourself, as I said. Take responsibility of your life. You're reliable with yourself, and don't feel like other people. For some of you, you feel like everyone, you feel responsible for everyone, but the only person that you should really feel responsible for is yourself first, than other people. Because it's not bad that you feel responsible for everyone, as long as you don't neglect yourself. Okay, so self-discipline also. And what else is advice for you? You are the best thing to ever happen to you. Go easy on buy your own damn drink. So why buy your own damn drink? So yeah, you're the best thing that ever happened to you. You're the only one who can you've been through this and you overcome it. I feel like this is about relying on yourself and surrender to what is. To surrender to what has happened or what is happening right now in your life. Acceptance. Okay? Accepting of what has happened or what is happening. Flow with what is instead of fighting it. When you can change a situation, compassionately accepting it exactly as it is will bring you peace. And the last card. These are very creative, talented individuals. What I'm getting. Your true potential is what is already with you. Okay? You need to transform. And I feel like this event, whatever has happened to you to bait you into that rock bottom, has helped you to transform. And it was a painful transformation, you turning into a butterfly from that caterpillar. But trust that it will all be worth it in the end, and your talents and your gifts are already within you, or already with you. What is already with you, and you just need to let go of what has happened, surrender, and release your talents and your gifts and express it. Okay, very, very talented individuals, very creative. Okay, so that's your message. I hope this resonated. Let me know how it did in the comments down below. Let me know what kind of readings you want me to do next, and I'm sending you love and light. If you want a personal reading, my email is in the description box, and bye.